Here comes the Savannah.
Hell of a parade.
Steam-powered engines.
Somebody's got a drone up there.
Here she comes, Sabino, once again built in 1908 in Boothbay, Maine. She spent most of her career ferrying passengers and cargo between Maine towns and the islands. Sabino is 57 feet long and has a beam of 23 feet. She can carry 74 passengers, and she is available for individual rides as well as for group charters. She is a member of the National Historic Boats, one of 4 at the Mystic Seaport. Welcome back, Sabino.
Yeah. Still stem-powered. All these people are riding their little boats in between them. Okay. But these are all antiques. Like
The first of our runabouts is Whirlaway.
see runabout there.
Built in 1957, 14 feet in length. Won an award for Best Restoration of an Outboard and Shortest Duration Restoration. Wallula Baby
Hey!
The owner of Wallula Baby remembers the boat on Little Lake, Centerview, New Hampshire as far back as 1971. Built in 1947, this beautiful Chris Craft is 16 feet 6 in length.
That's the old timer.
There's Old Timer. She goes over 42 miles an hour and still pulls water skiers to this day. She earned a special citation this year for the best representation of a 1950s ski boat, continually used and maintained and loved by the same family for 48 years. That's Old Timer.
Endless Hours.
Endless Hours was purchased in 2006. However, as the work started, it soon became apparent that a complete restoration of this beautiful girl was required. The boat was finally completed in 2015. This Chris Craft is 17 feet in length. Was built in 1974.
Beautiful.
Endless Hour.
Logo. Those are beautiful.
Logo is one of just 26 of this round-nosed 23-foot barrel stern model that were built in 1941. She is one of the last triple cockpit runabouts built by Chris Craft. Again, 23 feet in length. Logo was built 1941.
Wow. Look how beautiful those are. Gramp.
Mystic Seaport recently added Gramps to this vessel of watercraft collections. This 25-foot motorboat Gramp, an excellent example of the fast and seaworthy hand V-bottom launches and runabouts that were plentiful in the decade before World War I. Gramp, built in 1915. She's 25 feet in length.
Beautiful. Satin Doll.
Won't you welcome Satin Doll? Satin Doll has earned numerous awards, special citation for continuous care and upkeep by its owners of classic Chris-Craft Utilities, a customized class at the Lake Winnipesaukee Antique and Classic Boat Show as well. Satin Doll's a beauty, built in 1938. She's 24 feet in length. Cruise Inn was found abandoned in 2003. She underwent a restoration from 2003 to 2008. Won the Resurrection Award, the best owner restored boat in less than 44 feet.
Rose.
In the powerboat category in 2015.
Look how beautiful these old.
Sealark was built as a pleasure boat in 1941 by Webster Eldridge, a builder of fishing boats in Noank, Connecticut. She earned a special citation in 2012 for an ongoing preservation of a local iconic vessel. Built in 41, Sealark is 42 feet in length. Sam 5 is a custom-built sports fisherman. Over the last 53 years, she's been continuously maintained in Palm Beach. She won the award this year for Best Classic Powerboat. Owner maintained with special mention for excellence engineering to include modern safety and navigation equipment while preserving the original layout and maintaining the original spirit and feel. Congratulations, 37-foot Sam 5.
This is beautiful.
Here comes Niska. Niska won the award this year for Best Antique Powerboat. Owner maintained vessel with incredible attention to detail with a significant amount of impressively maintained brass and beautiful bright work. Niska was built in 1924, 40 feet in length. Niska is the Ojibwa word for goose.
Very. Here comes the next. The horn sounds like a goose.
That's a beautiful boat too. This one probably would be a bigger one.
No, there's a couple more. Wow.
Yeah, that's what we're doing too.
Why don't you welcome Driftwood 3? The Driftwood 3 has been in the Pruis family for 55 years. From 2008 through 2015, the vessel underwent a major reconstruction and an extensive interior work. She's expected to stay in the family for many years to come, and for all who come aboard to enjoy. The family is forever thankful for the help and the love that their matriarch of the sea, Angela Pruis, has given. Built in 1930, she's 43 feet in length. This is Driftwood 3.
Sailor had them.
Yeah. Okay, here he comes. Look at this one. No, you don't. Somebody needs to shut that off. Or this is going to be a bad thing.
Sinbad 6. Sinbad 6 served as a Coast Guard number 1127 during World War II doing submarine patrol. She's 100% family maintained and has been maintained by family for over 40 years. Earning numerous citations and special citations for this event. Again, 45 feet in length. Sinbad 6 was built in 1930. Corsair won the award this year as Best Owner-Maintained Vessel.
That's a beautiful yacht.
That's beautiful. Wow.
Owned by Steve and Deborah Maresca. Again, Corsair, built in 1963, is 50 feet in length. Won't you welcome Corsair, one of our award winners this year.
Oh, here comes a big one.
She has been to Florida and back, cruised to Chesapeake, Erie Canal, been through the Dismal Swamp. She has also visited Cape Cod and the islands, as well as Boston, New York, and Buffalo. She is Sea Rose. Built in 1968, Sea Rose is 50 feet in length.
Awesome. Look at the rose glass and all. It's the rose.
Okay. Here comes this couple sails.
Go back that way.
Oh yeah, there's a few.
AIDA was donated to the Mystic Seaport for their Yacht on Exhibit program. AIDA was owned for over 40 years by the Herreshoff historian and author Maynard Bray and his wife, Anne. AIDA has been described as probably one of the finest boats of her size in the world. Herreshoff design, built in 1926, 33 feet in length. Show your love for AIDA.
Next.
Well, you said it was 4 different sections.
I see quite a few still backed up back there on there.
Oh my god, the one behind that one.
Here comes the Kid. The last remaining American Yacht Club One Design Class Raceabout. Built in 1902, 38 feet in length. This is the Kid. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful boat. Won the award this year, won the Judge Emeritus Award this year in this year's competition. And we welcome them.
Look at this. Wow.
Bantam's owners purchased her from Michael Moore of Stonington, Maine in 2010. She'd been out of the water for about 6 years and in need of considerable care. Look at her now. Winning the Judge Emeritus Award purely based on beautiful design, features, and high appeal of a classic yacht in 2011. She's earned a Best in Class award in 2014, 40 feet in length. Built in 1932, she is Bantam. Here comes Camelot. A Sparkman and Stevens designed this vessel for the silent screen actress. Are you ready? Greta Garbo. She was built by Berger and launched as Garbo, constructed to her specifications. A who's who of the film world across the bow of this yacht, from Spencer Tracy to Katharine Hepburn to John Wayne and a host of others, including John Ford and James Cagney. Welcome to Camelot, built in 1970, redone in 1970, 72 feet in length. Once again, it is Camelot. Another Sparkman Stevens feature this year is Sloop du Jour. She was acquired by her current owners in about 1977 and has sailed out of Fisher's Island every summer for the last 40 years. 24 feet in length, built in 1960, this is Sloop du Jour.
All right.
Fidelio cruised and raced the waters of central Maine coast for years. She spent a brief period in California and then returned to Rockport, Maine, where the current owner purchased her 7 years ago. She won the first Maine Retired Sea Captains Regatta over 50 years ago in Castine, and also won the 50th anniversary of that very special event 4 years ago. Built in 1956, 38 feet, 7 inches in length, this Sparkman Stevens boat, again built in 1956, was the best professionally maintained small sailing vessel in this event this year. Welcome them.
Look at that.
Varuna has participated in a number of regattas, including the New York Yacht Club Classic Regatta, the Greenport Classic Regatta, Shelter Island Yacht Club races, and off soundings, winning more than her fair share of trophies. She earned the award this year for Best Small Sail Vessel, owner maintained to a high level while keeping the vessel practical and usable. 41 feet in length. Built in 1962, she's Varuna. Matt Sheldon came upon Batiste in a field in Essex, in Essex, Massachusetts in 2012 in need of significant work. Realizing the potential of the boat, he did not hesitate to obtain ownership of the boat and make arrangements for relocation to Mason's Island here in Mystic for a significant restoration. And what a job he did.
Beautiful boat.
Still competitive today, she placed second in the spring off soundings this year on the race around Block Island. Congratulations to Matisse, who won the best ongoing restoration being performed by her owner, with a goal to bring her back to her original configuration in a manner that allows her to be in use during that process. Antilles was designed for Percy Chubb by Sparkman and Stevens in 1959, when he was Commodore of the New York Yacht Club, and it was his flagship. She was cruised extensively by Mr. Chubb through the Caribbean and in Europe. Antilles was purchased by Doug and Ann Soper in 1984. The Soper family spent 2 years aboard with 4 children and a dog, sailing from Connecticut to Venezuela and back to Connecticut. And Tillers has proved to be an integral part of the Sumner family for over 30 years and will continue this heritage as Doug and Ann intend to pass the baton to their children. Again, built in 1959, she's 48 feet in length.
Look over here.
Courageous was built for Arthur Ashland, whose uncle was in syndicate for the America's Cup defense in the 1880s. Arthur was involved in the Courageous 12-meter syndicate for the 1970 defense. She spent the last 60 years in Puget Sound with only 2 owners during that time. She returned to the East Coast in April of this year. She earned the award this year, Courageous, the Head Judge Award, a veritable time capsule and incredible example of historic stewardship. And may it always continue. Congratulations to Courageous. Oreo is coming through the bridge now, 48 feet in length. This Sparkman Stevens design was built in 2010. Oreo showcases a more modern Sparkman and Stevens design that builds upon the more traditional vessels on display for the Antique and Classic Boat Rendezvous. She's a beauty. She's Oreo. Bandera is a custom 57-foot yawl built by the Hinckley Company and launched in 1994. The boat was designed and built for a circumnavigation by the owner's family, which she completed within 2 years of her launch. Since then, she is used primarily between Maine and the Caribbean. She was donated to the United States Maine Maritime Academy Sailing Foundation and has been used as a training vessel by the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy midshipmen. She's also available for charter. Again, Sparkman Stevens design, built in 1994, 57 feet in length, Bandera.
Chicatagua. Where's the Chicatagua? That wasn't Bandera. That wasn't Bandera. That was Chicatagua. Hey. This one. No, that's a boat.
Okay, here's Bandera now. Ahead of her is Chautauqua. My apologies to Chautauqua. They sort of changed the order on me. Launched at the Willis Reed Yard in Winthrop, Massachusetts in 1928. 2017 marks this current caretaker's 40th year of sailing. And again, has won a number of awards, including this year, Originality and Special Attention to Documentation of Vessel History. That is Chautauqua. 46 feet in length. And again, that beautiful girl, that big white girl is Bandera, 57 feet in length, and again a 57-foot yawl built by the Hinckley Company.
Now that's a yacht too. Yeah, I think so. I was hoping they would have a finale band boat.
That's it.
All right.
Mist.
That's the mist. What a name for a
Yeah, I
boat,
know, right?
right?
Think of the movie The Mist.
All right.
Now, surprisingly, these two vessels are not part of the parade.
I see some masts. I was hoping to get the whole. Yeah, they're releasing them right now.
We've been asked if there's going to be a reverse parade. Many of these boats will be heading home when they get to the end of the river, but many will be returning. They will be returning the next time the bridge opens. So you've got about an hour between the completion of this afternoon's event to once again see many of these vessels coming back to the seaport this afternoon.
Back to videoing.
Once again, the Sparkman Stevens design boats are here in honor of the 85th anniversary of the museum's own Sparkman and Stevens design schooner Brilliant. And she'll be coming through in just a minute. The design number 12 Brilliant was one of Olin Stevens' earliest designs, launched in 1932 in City Island, New York. One of the longest running sail training programs in the country. She has carried more than 10,000 students aboard. They have children sailing programs as well as adult sailing programs. And again, you can see her again up close and personal at the Mystic Seaport all the time. Contact the Seaport for more information about your getting a ride on Brilliant. Won't you welcome Black Watch? Absolutely a beautiful boat in so many ways. Built in 1938, she's 68 feet in length.
That detail.
Black Watch is another example of the partnership of Sparkman and Stevens designers and Henry B. Evans builders, which flourished during the 1930s. She was built in 1938 for Rudolph Schaefer family.
No doubt.
During World War II, the vessel was used by the Navy in the Atlantic patrol. After World War II, she was donated to Tabor Academy, where she served as a Tabor boy until 1954. She is magnificent, built in 1938, again 68 feet in length, Black Watch.
This is a magnificent boat too. They're all very, very beautiful. We're coming up on a 30-minute mark.
Here comes the star of the show, Brilliant. Again, the Brilliant Educational Sailing Program introduces teens and adults to life aboard a classic schooner while sailing the New England coast. On programs ranging from 2-day trips to 10-day voyages, teenagers and adults become full participants. It's a hands-on sail. And sailing a Brilliant, steering the vessel, raising the sails, standing watch, and learning navigation. She has been described by Wooden Boat magazines as one of the 100 most beautiful classic boats in existence. And as one of the best maintained and sailed classic yachts in the country, if not the world. Sparkman Stevens, 1932. She was built 61 feet in length, celebrating her 85th anniversary. And I can tell you from personal experience, she sails brilliantly.
Magnificent ships. Oh, here's some. Oh, there's pretty little runabout. It's a steamboat.
Another one there.
You may look up the river and see Trade Wind. She was originally built in 1938. She won't be passing through the bridge. But she was built for a discerning owner who wanted an elegant floating home. She's heading back to the seaport right now. She went through an extensive restoration from 2008 to 2011. She earned an award this year for the best professional restoration. We make that designation because so many of the work in terms of restoring these magnificent vessels have been done privately by the owners. Again, Trade Wind is 62 feet in length and was built in 1938. That whistle means only one thing, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of our Antique and Classic Boat Rendezvous Parade. We thank you so much for your kind attention. We'll be looking for you next July for next year's edition. And again, looking forward to welcoming you. Have a marvelous day. And remember that many of these boats will be returning back to the seaport in about an hour, so you'll have a chance to see them pass through again. Have a wonderful afternoon, and thank you.